So I found this post on the Pokemon TCG subreddit that I wanted to share with you all because honestly, whoever made this post, I'm very surprised that they wanted to post this because honestly, posts like these just show how many people in this space are new, don't understand what's actually going on, don't understand how the market really works, how to gauge the market. It's very surprising, but I mean, a lot of people on this Pokemon TCG subreddit are very new. It's very obvious, and I'm going to show you guys this post. It's so shocking that this person made this, especially right now. If they made this post 3 weeks ago, it would make a lot more sense. But to post this as of right now to me shows this person is new and they don't understand the market. So as you can see, the title is "Something Seems to Be Happening." Dot dot dot. In this picture, you can see there's a person, I guess it's like a meme or whatever, screaming hold, and there's a Facebook marketplace listing for $90 for Prismatic Evolutions ETBs, and they marked it, I guess, $5 off of what originally it was at. And then the description is only buy for retail, ladies and gentlemen. It's working. So there's a lot of wrong things going on here, right? First of all, the most obvious one and the main issue here, this person is referencing the market to a Facebook Marketplace listing. One Facebook Marketplace listing. It's $90. And like, oh, this is it. It's going to MSRP now. That's crazy. You're basing the market and how things are actually, what is happening in the grand scheme of things based on this one Facebook Marketplace listing. How you really gauge what's actually going on in the market is TCG player market price, eBay sales. That's what you actually look at to see what's really going on in the market, not a couple of Facebook Marketplace listings. Because believe it or not, a lot of people, especially right now, if you sell sealed product on Facebook Marketplace, you are going to have to sell at a discount off of market. I know it sounds surprising, but most people, especially right now with Prismatic Evolutions, you're not going to sell Prismatic ETBs at market price in person. It's not going to happen, right? The only things that you could probably sell for full market price in person, like on Facebook Marketplace, is like an Evolving Skies booster box. But Prismatic Evolutions ETBs, especially now with recently there's been more supply, Prismatic, the hype isn't as it was before. You're not going to sell at more full market price, right? So the fact this person's selling $90 isn't insane because I've seen people around my area list them from anywhere from $85 to $95. So to see this isn't shocking. And like I said, this person's basing what is going on in the market and what's going to happen if things are going to go to MSRP or whatever based on this, Facebook Marketplace listing. Guys, if you actually look at TCG Player, what is actually going on in the grand scheme of things, the total opposite is happening. Things are not going down, things are actually going up. And if this person just literally searched up TCG Player and searched up Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer boxes, they would see what's actually going on. Because look, in the past 3 weeks, what has happened? Prices have gone up, and now they're at what? $110. And like I said, if they made this post 3 weeks ago when prices went all the way down to $95, I would say the post would make a little bit more sense because prices would have dropped and bottomed here. And then you could say maybe then it's going further down, sure. But the fact they made this post literally a few hours ago, and you see the market price and how things have been going, what are they talking about, right? There's literally, this is not a downturn. It's been going up. So this person obviously is new. They're basing what's going to happen off of a Facebook market listing, and they're not looking at the general market to see that, wait a second, prices have not been going down even more than they were. They're actually going back up. So here you just found a person that is selling for under market. It doesn't mean things are crashing. It's just that right now, Prismatic Evolutions ETBs, you're not going to sell at $110 in person. You're not, right? If you list them on Facebook Marketplace, people will talk you down. This is probably what people are selling for now because they have to take a discount because right now people aren't buying Prismatic at full market price in person because the hype isn't there like it was in the first few months, right? So this person is obviously brand new or they just don't understand the market, and it just goes to show there's a lot of people in here that just don't know what's going on, and it's very common on the subreddit that people just don't understand the market. So let's just read some of the comments and we'll be done with this video. I know someone that sells them for $70. If this person is telling the truth, Can they tell me who's selling them for $70? Because I will gladly buy every single ETB they have. And I'm not joking. It's $1,000, $5,000. I'll buy it all. So if this person, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're probably not an investor. I mean, they're on the Pokemon TCG subreddit. But if they were, I'd buy every single one up for $70. And the original poster says, still way too high in my opinion. Oh, it's like, I really, I mean, it's just shocking. But I guess they made this post, so it makes sense that they would say this. But $70 for an ETB. Honestly, in my opinion, like when you really think about what $70 is, right? It's $20 above MSRP for an ETB, right? Okay, it's like 40% above MSRP then, but that's only $2 more per pack, right? And per pack, that is under $8 per pack, just under $8. And think about it also this way: Shrouded Fable ETBs are $70. So you're telling me Prismatic Evolutions, the most expensive modern set, buying an ETB at $70 is still too high, but Shrouded Fables at $70? Like, this is the stuff that people don't think about, right? You think Prismatic Evolutions ETBs are expensive at 70? What is Shrouded Fable then at 70? To me, that's crazy, right? But the fact this person really said it's too high, I mean, obviously they want retail. They want MSRP, which is why they made this post. But that's crazy to me that this person said it's way too high at $70. You know, I always talk about it. I don't think Prismatic ETBs will ever get to MSRP unless we have some economical crisis and Pokemon market crashes, right? Other than that, I don't think it's happening. But I don't even think they're probably going to go to $70. Like, I don't even think that's going to happen. So the fact that this person says it's way too high is crazy to me. So we'll just keep reading a few more posts or a few more comments here. Costco has been dropping a huge amount of ETB bundle packs. Pokemon Center also did a recent wave of PC ETBs. Fortunately, with sets like Prismatic Evolutions, the price will start to go back up again as supply dwindles. Well, you are absolutely correct, because if you actually look at the market and what's happened after the Costco bundles dropped, you can see just after a few weeks, they were back up about $15. So this person was right, but they didn't check TCG Player and already know that it's actually happening right now. Prismatic Evolutions is super overrated. Not worth the prices it's been at for a long while now. Don't get me wrong. The cards are cool, but not that cool. That's a crazy sentence right there. They're cool, but they're not that cool. And they had to bold it. So if they're not that cool, then why do I mean, I don't even know. Like, this person, obviously, there has to be some sort of, you know, copium or something. Journey Together has some really cool cards. I feel like it's overshadowed by Destined Rivals. Okay, whatever. I mean, it seems like they're just coping here. I don't know, but about the local Pokemon scene where everyone else is at, but I think people are either getting bored of Pokemon or they don't have any money. I just went to a Destined Rivals Build and Battle event, and only 3 people showed up. The last Build and Battle event I went to a couple months ago, there were like 100 people, decent amount of product on the shelves too. No Prismatic though. Okay, so yeah, I mean, the market now isn't like how it was a few months ago. 100%. We're entering the summer. Summer sales are slower. I mean, I'm not that surprised, but only 3 people is kind of crazy if there were like 100 people a few months ago. But yeah, the market definitely is slowing down, but it's still pretty strong. But yeah, I'm not surprised that, you know, there is a difference, but 3 people versus 100 is a pretty big difference. Or people getting out the hobby with hard product to find and inflating secondary market price. Fatigue is real. This is so true. Okay. More stock is finally coming out. I saw PC ETBs drop from 275 down to 200. I really want to jump on them, but went with singles and grading them instead. Well, if this person has the opportunity to buy PC ETBs of Prismatic at 200, that is a really good price. But hey, maybe they think they're going to drop even further, which I think would be crazy. But 200 I think is a good buy. We're coming up on 2 years since 151 came out, and there are rumors of another Blooming Waters drop at Costco. There was a big drop at Target for Blooming Waters, whatever. Prismatic hasn't been out for 6 months yet. If TPC treats it like 151, it's going to be a while before they completely stop printing it. Well, this is where I talk about it. It depends what they print, right? You know, 151. If they printed 151 this entire time, which they have been, right? Now 151 is almost 2 years old. It's not exactly 2 years old. But tell me why then the ETBs are $250 plus right now. Why is that the case? it's something to think about, right? And some people don't acknowledge these things. But I think that's it for this post. I just want to show you guys this because it's shocking how many people in this space are just seemingly misinformed. They're not knowledgeable, and they make these posts like these. And you look at the market and you're like, the complete opposite is happening. Yet this person's like, oh wait, it's going down even more. But they're literally taking a picture and referencing a Facebook marketplace listing. I'm telling you, a lot of people in this space just they're new or they just don't know what's going on. But if they just looked at the market, they'd be like, okay, prices are going back up. This is just a listing where somebody is selling it for under market, which is not abnormal for Prismatic right now because I'm able to find ETBs at $90. It's not crazy, but people are listing it because they can't sell Prismatic at market price anymore because the hype wasn't like how it was a few months ago. So that's all I want to say in this post. You guys let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.